Hello students, you are watching ISC Mathematics and we are solving exercise 7b of chapter number 7 Ratio and Proportions ICSE Mathematics Standard 10. Okay, in the last video we have completed second of question number 4. Now we will proceed further. Okay, today we will start with fourth question of question number 4. Yes or no? So let us start. Okay, now question number 4. We have to find the mean proportion. Yes or no? We have to find the mean proportion. Okay, in the last class we have solved first and second question. Third you can try yourself. Fourth one I will solve. Okay, number 4. We are given square root of 26 minus square root of 17 and square root of 26 plus square root of 17. Okay, let the mean proportional be x. Okay, or let x be the mean proportion let x be the mean proportion between given numbers. Okay, and therefore 4 numbers square root of 26 minus square root of 17. Okay, either we will directly write down, since x is the mean proportional and the given number are a and c, so we have formula mean proportion between two numbers a and c is given by x is equal to square root of ac. Clear? B is equal to square root of AC. We have a formula. So let me put over here B is equal to square root of AC. Okay, in this case we have x. So x is equal to square root of the two numbers. Which are the two numbers? Root of 26 minus root of 17 multiplied by root of 26 plus root of 17 and square root. Okay, now obviously in the bracket we have a minus b into a plus b format, so we can factorize a plus b into a minus b is a square minus b square. Okay, let us minimize little bit so that we can complete the remaining sum on the same page. Okay, now therefore x is equal to, okay, a minus b into a plus b is square minus b square, so we have 26 minus 17, okay, under square root, and therefore x is equal to 9, square root of 9, and therefore x is equal to 3. Clear? So with this, question number fourth of question number 4 is also over. Yes or no? Now let us solve the fifth question. I hope you have understood question number 4 very well. Okay, now question number 5. Two numbers are 6 plus 3 root 3, 6 plus 3 root 3 and 8 minus 4 root 3. Okay. Again, let x be the mean proportional between two given numbers. Okay, now we have a formula. We have b is equal to square root of AC, where A is the first number and C is the second number, and B is the mean proportional, and therefore here B is x, which we have to find out, is equal to A is 6 plus 3 root 3 into B is 8 minus 4 root 3. Okay, square root here. Now we can multiply the two brackets, and therefore x is equals to 8 6 are 48 minus 6 4 are 24 plus 24. Okay, so the two numbers will get cancelled. Clear? Because we have 6 4 are 24 and 8 3 are 24, so plus and minus 24 root 3 will get cancelled. So what is left now? Minus 4 3 are 12 into root 3 will be 3. Okay, now therefore x is equal to square root of 48 minus 36, which is equal to square root of 12, and which is equal to 4 3s are, so 2 root 3. Clear? And therefore value of x is 2 root 3. This is the mean proportional between the two numbers A and C. Clear? Okay, now let us. So we have completed question number 4. Now let us solve question number 5. Okay, question number 5. Let us read the question first. 6 is the mean proportion between two numbers x and y. Okay, 6 is the mean proportion given between two numbers x and y. Let us write down this. 6 is the mean proportion between two numbers x and y, and therefore we can write down the result. Therefore 6 is equal to square root of xy. From this statement we can conclude. Clear? Okay, now it is given that 48 is the third proportional to x and y. Okay, so again we are given what? That 48 is the third proportional between x and y, and therefore, okay, since 48 is the third proportional between x and y, and therefore y will be the mean proportion. Yes or no? Therefore y is the mean proportional or mean proportion between x and 48. Okay, this fact can be understood in this way. Okay, since y is the third proportional, sorry, 48 is the third proportional between x and y. Look at the right side, right top. Okay, and therefore we can write that the four numbers x, y, and 48 are in proportion. So in this case, y becomes the mean proportional. Yes or no? Since we can write x upon y is equals to y upon 48, and therefore y square is equal to x into 48. Clear? And therefore we will write, okay, since y is the mean proportional between x and 48, and therefore we can write y is equal to square root of 48 into x. Clear? Square root of AC. Formula of mean proportion is. Okay, now this is number 2. Or let us simplify this equation by squaring both the sides, or y square is equal to 48x we can write. Clear? Okay, again let us number this as number 2. Now I will consider equation 1. Okay, now we have equation 1, 6 is equal to square root of xy. Okay, since this is equation 1, and therefore if you square both the sides we will have 36 is equal to xy. Clear? 36 is equals to x multiplied by y. Okay, and now we can write, we can make either x or y the subject. So let me make y the subject, and therefore 36 upon x is equal to y. Now this value of y we can substitute, this value of y we can substitute in equation. Clear? So substituting value of y in equation 2. Okay, let us substitute the value. In the next page we will solve this. Okay, so equation 2, what is equation 2? That is y square is equals to 48x. Therefore y square is equals to 48x. This is equation 2, and value of y is 36 by x, and therefore 36 by x the whole square is equals to 48x. Therefore 36 into 36 upon x square is equals to 48x, or 36 into 36 upon 48 is equals to x multiplied by x square will be x cube, and therefore now we can reduce by 12. 12 4 za, 12 3 za, 4 1 za, 4 9 za, and therefore x cube is equals to 9 3 za 27, and therefore x is equal to 3. Here, so we got the value of x. Now this value of x we can substitute in the third equation. Okay, say this is number 4. Now value of x in equation 3. Okay, let us write down what is equation 3. Y is equal to 36 upon x. Therefore, y is equal to 36 upon x. This is equation 3. Okay, and therefore y is equals to 36 upon 3, and therefore y is equals to 12. Okay, so we got the two numbers to be 3 and 12. Clear? And therefore the required numbers are required numbers are 3 and 12. All the given numbers are 3 and 12. Clear? Okay, so question number 5 is over. Now let us solve the next question, that is question number 6. Okay, what is question number 6? Let us read out the question first. What list number must be added to each of the numbers 5, 11, 19 and 37 so that the resulting numbers are in proportion? Resulting numbers are proportional. So you are given 4 numbers over here, 5, 11, 19 and 37. Okay, we have to find a list number which can be added to each of the given numbers so that the numbers becomes proportional. Yes or no? The numbers become proportional. So let that least or the smallest number be x. Okay, the given numbers are, okay, let me write down over here given numbers. Okay, given numbers are 5, 11, 19 and 37. 5, 11, 19 and 37. Okay, let x be the least number to be added to each of the numbers, and therefore the numbers will become 5 plus x, 11 plus x, 19 plus x and 37 plus x. Here, okay, now these numbers are proportional and therefore we can write, okay, these numbers are proportional and therefore we can write down 5 plus x is to 11 plus x as 19 plus x is to 37 plus x. Okay, since it is given that the numbers are proportional. Okay, numbers are proportional. After adding x, the numbers become proportional. Okay, now we will use the result. We have product of extremes is equal to product of means. So we will write down product of extremes, POE is equal to product of means. Okay, POM. So what are the extremes? 5 plus x multiplied by 37 plus x is equal to 11 plus x multiplied by 19 plus x. Okay, now let us multiply 37 5s are 150 plus 35, so 185 185 plus 5x plus 37x 42x plus x square is equal to 190 plus 11 201. Okay, 11 plus 19 will be 30, so plus 30x and plus x square. Okay, now we can reduce the like terms on the both sides, so this x square gets cancelled. Now transpose the terms involving x on the left side and the constant terms on the right hand side, and therefore 42x minus 30x is equal to 201 minus 185. Therefore 12x is equals to 16. Okay, and therefore okay, a small mistake we have done. 19 11 will be 190 plus 19. Yes or no? 190 plus 19. So 209. So by mistake we wrote over here. Let us correct this mistake. Okay, by writing over here 209. Yes. Okay, again over here we can write down 209. Okay, now 209 minus 185. 24. Clear? So here the difference will be 24. Okay, and now finally x is equals to 24 by 12 we can write down. Yes or no? Okay, therefore x is equals to 24 upon 12, and therefore x is equals to 2, and therefore the list number to be added is 2. Clear? So this is the answer. Question number 6 is over. Now question number 7, okay, is similar to question number 6, so that you can try yourself. Yes or no? Again, the list numbers which is to be added to the given numbers such that the numbers are proportional. So that is I am leaving for you question number 7. Now I will solve question number 8. Okay, let us read the question. What list number must be subtracted from each of the given numbers? Now we have to find a list number which when subtracted from the given numbers, the numbers become proportional. Clear? So let us write down first the given numbers in this case. Okay, now given numbers are 23, 30, 57 and 78. Okay, let x be the list number which is to be subtracted. Okay, to be subtracted, and therefore the numbers, now the new numbers will be 23 minus x 30 minus x, 57 minus x, and 78 minus x are proportional. Yes or no? Are proportional. And therefore, we can write 23 minus x is to 30 minus x as 57 minus x is to 78 minus x. Okay, now again the same result. Product of extremes is equal to product of means, and therefore product of extremes is equal to product of means. Okay, so we have 23 minus x into 78 minus x as is equal to 30 minus x into 57 minus x. Clear? Okay, now let us simplify. Okay, so 78 23 are first we have to find out here. So let us find out. Okay, we have 78 multiplied by 23 will be 1794. Therefore, 1794. Okay, 23 minus 23 minus 78 that we can do. Okay, 101. So minus 101 x plus x square, again 57 into 30. So 1710. Okay, 57 and 30. So 87 minus 87x plus x square. Clear? Okay, now we can reduce the like terms on both the sides, so x square will get cancelled. Therefore, 1794 minus 1710 is equal to 101x minus 87x. Okay, now we will simplify. Therefore, 84 is equal to, okay, 80 is 13 and 14. Okay, so 14x, and therefore x is equal to 84 by 14. Therefore, x is equal to 6. Okay, and therefore the required number, or therefore the least number is the least number to be subtracted is 6. Clear? This is the answer. So question number 8 is also over. Now let us solve question number 9. Okay, now question number 9. Okay, the four numbers x minus 2, x plus 2, then 2x plus 1 and 2x plus 19 are proportional, are in proportion. Okay, we have to find the value of x. Obviously, since the four numbers are proportional, we can write x minus 2s is to x plus 2 as 2x plus 1 is to 2x plus 19. Okay, now we will use the property product of extremes is equals to product of means. Therefore, product of extremes is equals to product of means. Therefore, we have x minus 2 into 2x plus 19 is equal to x plus 2 into 2x plus 1. Okay, now let us multiply and simplify. Therefore, we have x square, sorry, it is 2x square. 19 minus 4 will be plus 15x minus 19 2s are 38 is equal to again 2x square. Okay, x plus 4x will be plus 5x plus 2. Okay, now 2x square, like terms on both the sides will get cancelled. Now let us simplify. So 15x minus 5x is equals to minus 38 will transpose on the right side, so plus 38 plus 2. Therefore 10x is equals to 40 and therefore x is equals to 40 by 10, that is x is equal to 4. Okay, this is the required answer. Clear? So question number 9 was quite easy. Okay, again let us solve question number 10 now. Question number 10. Okay, it is given that x plus 5 is the geometric mean. Geometric mean is equal to mean proportional only. So x plus 5 is the geometric mean between the two numbers x plus 2 and x plus 9. Let us note down x plus 5 is geometric mean between two numbers x plus 2 and x plus 9. Okay. So formula let us note down first. Geometric mean in short will denote as GM. Okay, geometric mean between two numbers A and C is given by the formula B is equal to square root of AC, and therefore here B is x plus 5, so x plus 5 is equal to square root of AC, that is x plus 2 into x plus 9. Okay, now squaring both sides. Squaring both sides, and therefore we have x plus 5 the whole square is equal to x plus 2 into x plus 9. Therefore, x square plus 10x plus 25 is equal to x square plus 11x plus 9 to the 18. Now we can reduce this x square on both the sides, and therefore we have 10x minus 11x is equals to 18 minus 25. Okay, now therefore minus x is equal to minus 7. Okay, and therefore x is equal to 7. So this is the required answer. We had to find the value of x. Clear? Okay, so question number 10 is over. Now question number 11. Question number 11. Let us read the question. Find two numbers whose mean proportion is 36 and the third proportional is 288. So let us consider the two numbers to be a and b such that their mean proportional. Okay, for the two numbers a and c, mean proportion is given by square root of a and c, ac. Okay, so if the two numbers are ab, then the mean proportional will be square root of ab. Okay, mean proportion of two numbers. We are given mean proportional between two numbers is 36 and third proportional is also given. Third proportional is 288. Okay, first of all we will consider the two numbers to be a and b. So let us write down, let a and b be the two numbers. Okay, now it is given 36 is mean proportional between A and B. Okay, and therefore we can write down 36 is equal to square root of AB, or AB is equal to 36 the whole square. Okay, so this is equation number 1. Okay, further you are given that 288 is the third proportional. Okay, it is given that 288 is the third proportional to A and B, and therefore A, B and 288 are in continued proportion, yes or no? Okay, and therefore we can write therefore A is to B as B is to 288, and therefore b square is equals to a multiplied by 288 we can write, since product of means will be equal to product of extremes. Clear? Okay, now say this is equation number 2. Okay, now let us take the first equation and make b the subject. Okay, now we have ab is equals to 36 square. This is equation 1. Therefore b is equals to 36 into 36 upon a. Okay, now this is the value of b which we can substitute in equation 2. So substituting value of b in equation 2. Okay, now we will substitute the value of b in equation 2, and on the next page we will write down what is equation 2. B square is equals to a into 288. Okay, therefore we have b square is equals to a multiplied by 288. This is equation 2, and therefore look at the value of b, 36 square upon a. Okay, so here 36 into 36 upon a, the whole square, okay, is equals to a into 288. Okay, therefore 36 we have a square already, yes or no? Or rather than writing 36 into 36, let me put here 36 the whole square. Clear? Yes. 36 square is equals to a b. Clear? Okay, now 36 raised to 4 upon a square is equals to a into 288. Therefore 36 into 36 into 36 into 36 upon 288. 288 is equals to a cube. Clear? Now let us calculate. Okay, by 9 we can reduce. Okay, 9 3s are 27, and 9 2s are 9 4s are. Okay, again 4 1s are, and 4 8s are. Again by 4 4 2s are, 4 9s are, and again by 2 2 1s are, 2 18s are, and therefore a cube is equal to 9 into 18 into 36. Therefore so we have 9 into 18. I will split into 9 2s are. Okay, 9 into 2, and again 36 into 9 forza. Okay, now a cube is equals to 9 into 9 into 9 into 4 to the 8. Okay, now the cube root of 9 into 9 into 9 will be obviously 9, and cube root of 8 is 2, and therefore a value of a we have got to be 18. Clear? So this is the value of a. Now you can find out value of b by substituting the value of a in number 3, 36 into 36 upon a. Okay, now we have b is equals to 36 multiplied by 36 upon a. Okay, now we will substitute. Okay, this is our equation 3, yes or no? And substituting value of a in equation 3. Okay, therefore b is equals to 36 into 36 upon value of a is 18, 18 to the, and therefore b is 72. Clear? So this is the answer. And obviously therefore the two numbers are, finally we will write down a statement, therefore the two numbers are 18 and 70. Clear? Okay, so we have completed question number 11, and now we will start question number 12. Okay, now question number 12. Okay, it is given that a is to b as c is to d. You are given a is to b as c is to d. Okay, it means what? That is a by b. The ratio a is to b is equal to c is to d. Okay, now for this equality we'll consider some constant. Let a upon b is equals to c upon d is equals to k. Clear? And therefore a upon b will be equal to k, since the value of both the ratios a by b and c by d are equal ratios, and we have considered the value of each to be k, and therefore a by b is equals to k and c by d is equals to k we can put, and therefore a is equals to bk and c is equals to dk we can write here. Okay, now we will use these results to solve the three questions given in question number 12. Okay, so let me start now the first one. Okay, number 1, we have to prove that a square plus ab, a square plus ab is to c square plus cd is equal to b square minus 2ab is to d square minus 2cd. Okay, in order to prove, we will use the results which we have taken. Okay, a is equal to, let us go through, value of a is bk and value of c is dk. So we will substitute the two values, okay, in the left hand side and right hand side, and finally we'll show that both the sides are equal. Okay, and thus we arrive to answer. Okay, now let us take the left hand side first. LHS is equal to a square plus ab is to c square plus cd, okay, is equal to, we can write this ratio in the fraction form for better understanding. Okay, now once again value of a is bk and value of c is dk. So for a we will put bk the whole square plus a is bk. Okay, and value of b we don't have b, we keep b only. Okay, so into b. Now for ck we will put dk. Clear? So here dk the whole, for c value is dk, so dk the whole square plus dk into d, okay, is equal to b square k square plus b square k and d square k square plus d square k. Okay, so we can take from the two terms b square common, yes or no? What? From the numerator b square and from the denominator we can take d square common. So we have b square into bracket k square plus k as it is upon d square, again k square plus k. So in both numerators and denominators we have this bracket common, we can reduce. So our simplified answer is b square upon d square, which is equals to b square is to d square. Okay, so we have simplified the first ratio, or ratio on the left hand side. Now let us simplify the ratio on the right hand side. Okay, now RHS we will take RHS. Okay, we have b square minus 2ab, b square minus 2ab is to d square minus 2cd, okay, is equals to b square minus 2ab upon d square minus 2cd. Now let us put the value of b is b only, so b square minus 2, for a value is bk, okay, and again d square is d square only, and for c value is dk into d. Okay, so we have b square minus 2 b square k upon d square minus 2 d square k. So b square common from the numerator we have 1 minus 2k, and from the denominator we can take d square common, 1 minus 2k. Okay, now this bracket 1 minus 2k we can reduce, okay, to get the answer b square upon d square equal to b square is to d square, which is equals to left hand side. Clear? Hence proved. So we have proved the first question. Question number 12, first one is over, two are left, then question number 13. Okay, all these remaining questions we will solve in the next video. By that time, take care. Thank you very much.